Hello, my fellow farmers. Today we're going to talk about potatoes. And watch till the very end because I'm going to show you the two different techniques for planting potatoes. So there's two ways that you can get potatoes. One, you can order them. So this is a certified seed potato. You can see it's very large. This one happens to be. They come in all different sizes. Some are smaller. You can see that it's starting to chit already. And then we have some potatoes here that I saved from last year. Now, this size potato, a lot of people call them new potatoes. I see them as seeds. I don't eat them. I save them. And how I save them is once they're harvested and then they're dried for a few days, then I put them in a brown paper bag, not plastic, nothing else, a brown paper bag, and then I store it in the refrigerator. So then come spring, I will take them out and I'll begin the chitting process so that I can plant again. And this saves a lot of money because buying certified seed potatoes can be pretty pricey. You can see that they're starting to chit already. So what does it mean by chitting? Chitting is, think about it as like when we start seedlings in the house. You're getting a little bit of a head start. You begin the chitting process so that the roots start coming out so that when you plant them, you might get a couple week head start. And you don't want to chit in the dark. You want to chit where there's some sunlight, not like direct sunlight, but a little sunlight because you want some photosynthesis to happen so that you get strong roots. I think everyone knows what the roots look like when you leave potatoes in your pantry too long. They're long and white and spindly, and that's not what you want. You want sturdy, thicker roots on your potatoes. Now, another thing that people do is, me personally, I plant whole. I don't usually cut potatoes, but it's perfectly okay to cut a potato. But if you're going to cut a potato, you need to let it dry. So I'm going to take a potato and let's see if I can cut it here. Just going to cut it. And I want to show you, see when I cut it, it's very moist right here. And if you plant it like this, it will rot. So what you want to do is you want to set it aside for a couple of days and then see how it dries and has a nice film here. That's what you want. And so you want to wait for that and then you can plant the potato. And then also when you're cutting the potato, make sure you have an eye or a root that will come out and grow. Because if this doesn't exist on the piece that you cut, then you won't get any potatoes. So that's typically how that works. Now, something like this is very large. I likely wouldn't even plant this whole myself. I mean, this almost looks like two potatoes got fused together. So I would cut that down. Like, I probably cut this in half because there's eyes on both sides. Now, there's all different kinds of potatoes that you can choose from. So what I did is I bought a threesome, and I have an early determinant variety that takes 70 to 90 days. I have a mid to late determinant variety that takes a little bit more than 90 days. And then I have a mid-season indeterminate 105 to 115 days. So these potatoes that I bought, and I bought these because these were created in New England area, and I live in New England, and I feel that I'll have better chance. I've tried some other potatoes like the Marisopos and other things like that. Didn't have much luck. But I also have the German Butterball because they're very long storing, and I've already planted those outside. Now, what's nice about this, these came in 1 pound packages. So you're able to save some money if you buy 1 pound and then you take something like this and you cut it. So if you look at this particular potato, there's an eye here, there's an eye here, there's an eye here, there's one down in here, there's one trying to develop here. So you possibly could get 4 pieces off of this size, and that saves money as opposed to buying a 5 pound bag of seed potatoes that you would probably get inundated with potatoes, and then you may not need that because you could be more economical and buy 1 pound. So that's what I did with those different things. Now, what is the difference between determinate and indeterminate? A determinate potato, when you plant it, it grows like this in one layer, just one layer around the potato. So it's coming out like this in one layer. And so determinants are really useful for raised beds. And then you don't have to hill them either. Whereas an indeterminate, the root is growing like this, and every time it's growing higher, more and more tubers as it's growing come out on either side like this. And so that's where people have to hill them, because as the stem gets taller, they want more potatoes, so they put more soil up on the stem so that they get the maximum amount of potatoes they can get out of the particular seed that they plant. So that's the main difference between the two. So it's really important to understand what kind of potato you have, because there's a different planting technique for each one of those potatoes. Now, a lot of people grow in buckets, plastic containers, and grow bags. I prefer grow bags because they breathe a little bit better, whereas the buckets and the plastic, I've noticed that I have a higher tendency to have rotted potatoes because there's too much moisture trapped in there. If you choose to use a bucket, make sure you drill drainage holes underneath, but also on the side. That's really important because you want that airflow to get in there and you don't want your potatoes to rot. So that's the 411 on potatoes. So now we're going to go outside and I'm going to show you the two different techniques for planting potatoes. One is for determinant potato and one is for indeterminate potatoes. And I like using grow bags because I feel like they're easy to move and they're breathable. And I find that the potatoes do best in there. And also there aren't any holes in the bottoms and the sides where insects and ants and things like that can get into your bucket. And so it helps mitigate some of the pests getting into your bucket of getting into your potatoes as well, right? Because we're trying to minimize pests as much as possible. So that's where we're at. So let's go outside. Okay, I have two grow bags here so I can demonstrate to you the difference between determinant and indeterminate on how you plant them. Now these are 10-pound bags and you could see they're on the taller side. They're about 20, 21 inches tall. So an indeterminate, as we talked about, keeps growing. So there's 4 ounces of soil. We start out with 4 inches of soil in each pot. And so with the indeterminate, we're going to put one there and one here, right? We're going to put one full seed potato in. Then I'm going to cover it with some soil. Right, I'm going to cover a little bit with soil. And then I'm going to put my fertilizer in. So I'm going to sprinkle some fertilizer in here. And then, because this is indeterminate, I'm going to fill this bag to the top. And that way, as the vine grows up, it's going to be making new tubers along its vine as it goes up. So this is how you avoid having to hill the plants. Now, for the determinant, we're going to do a little bit differently. We're going to put a potato here and a potato here, see? One on each side. Then we're going to fill it with some soil. So let's get some soil. Trying to do everything with one hand. So we're going to fill it with soil. We're going to put some fertilizer in. We're going to get more soil. So what I'm aiming to do is to get about another 4 inches of soil into this pot. All right. Now, this is so if you remember, we put a potato here and a potato here. Now we're going to put a potato on the opposite. See? Like that. And then we're going to fill this to the top. So with the determinant, as you know, it grows in one layer. So this layer shouldn't interfere with the below layer underneath it. And then we'll fill it to the top And that's how that's going to grow differently than the indeterminate, where we put it on the bottom and then it grows all the way up to the top. So that's the difference in planting for the two different types of potatoes. Well, I hope that was useful. And if you've never grown potatoes before, try it. They're really not hard to do. And it's fun trying the different varieties that they have out there because let's face it, when you go into the grocery store, you're basically looking at the same three varieties, right? The Yukon Gold, the Russets, and some red potatoes. That's pretty much it. And there's such a wide variety of potatoes out there to try that makes it really fun. So give it a try. It doesn't take up too much real estate if you get a couple of buckets or grow bags or something like that to plant some potatoes. And then if you have a corner in your raised bed, you could put a determinant potato like this in and stick it in about 6 inches, and you could have yourself a harvest of potatoes. So we'll see you next time, my farming buddies.